Hello, Chatfish, and welcome to another stream. It is me, Kib, and I have not said hardly anything, so when I talked, I scared myself. I was like, what? That's what I sound like? That's what happens when you're, like, sitting in silence working on stuff, and you're just like, I'm talking, and it's uncanny, and it's weird, and it's scary. But that's where we're at now. That's how we stand. But yeah. That's how it be sometimes. So, chatfishes. Now, I didn't have infinite, and some of you I couldn't, but some of you, not many, a meager amount, I tossed out a bunch of over-the-top copies for those in my community that I could, that are normally on, that are available. It was only like a dozen or so. I'll tell you exact numbers later, Chumpus. And the idea is that I'm trying to get over the top to be the next big community event because it's super duper cheap. And I've been mostly trying and picking people on that I know that can't really get the game. So I just bought it for those guys that normally can't afford stuff. Because that way they're not left behind. Because I want to try to get this to be the next big community thing that we do. Because I think over the top clicks really well, like more than most games click multiplayer wise, and it's a rarity that we get games like that where it's just like everybody can kind of play and have fun together. It does not happen very often, and so I bought as many as I could. I have no free spending money for this week or this month, and probably for next month, as I forfeit my free spending. Oh, by the way, Chumpus, yes, I forfeit my Kib's choice for this month and next month, and yeah, that just to give it into proportions as to how much I spent on chat. But yeah, I figured why not give back to the community. So yeah, if there are people who would like over the top, you can let me know in my DMs if you would like. If you're part of our community and I've seen you and I recognize you, not randoms. But yeah. Bear in mind that some of you I just couldn't gift because you were in weird regions. Pontazan was one of those victims. But yeah, that's what I did. I decided to do that because we haven't had like a big community game in a while. I've been looking for it. Hytale is cool, but like Hytale's not out. And it's like, So it's like, okay, well, what do we do in the interim? What do we do while we wait? And so I was like, okay, while we wait, I'll do that. So that we have something to do. Until Hytale comes to Steam, which will make it a lot more easy. Yeah, for the first time in a long while, Frank. But it was for you guys, not for me. Well, actually, no, wait, it's for me. That way I can play games with you guys. So yeah, there's a little bit of selfishness. Always a hint of it, but honesty and transparency are paramount here. Alright, let's see. So this game is really cool, and we didn't get a lot of time to play it yesterday. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mute the narration of the game. Purely because I think it's actually better that I narrate it myself. And it's just more practice for the lore videos that I'm working on anyways, so that's the way I'm going to look at it anyways for that. So yeah, we'll outline thickness, blah blah blah, text speed, leave it medium. It doesn't like snap text forward. So yeah, this game is pretty cool. We're going to make a new character, mostly because we're getting figured it out. And I'm going to do a build for me because I'm feeling greedy, chat. I'm feeling greedy. So we'll make a charismatic character. And we'll make a shadow play, because shadow play sounds cool, which is basically our stealth stat. But yeah, so for those that didn't see the previous stream, the stream with this game is pretty good. But yeah. Personalism, statehood, social. Obviously, we need to figure out the state. I'm here to simp for Lelou's, chat. I'm a Lelou's simp. Check Technoflex. Oof. Records are gonna be good. Our faculty is real shit, though, in this run, so we're gonna see how this goes. Which type of reference? So are the team members that work on the last game got kicked out? Huh? I once knew a spy. She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, and anti-personnel. An anti-personnel mine in human form. Her friends called her Herschel, But to her controllers, she was Cascade. Your name and your cryptonym, a dead limb twitches. Was she good? What kind of friend was she? What became of this Cascade? Oh, raise my anxiety no matter what. Portofino 91. The whole sick crew. A disaster. Untold. A black page in the official records. So Pseudopod is kind of like talking to us, because Pseudopod is actually speaking to us right now. The memory hums. An exposed wire. My greatest failure. Let's stew in it. No sense in rehashing the past. None at all, yet here we are, standing over the smashed and leaking world. What about Cascade? What happened after 91? The world, how did it get that way? Some fool dropped it. One of ours, probably. What about Cascade? What happened to her after 91? Damn it. She was recalled. They put her in the freezer forever. Most thought they were wrong. Even in those dark days, there were whispers among the lower sublevels where they keep the true believers. Don't count Cascade out. 5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino. What changed? Why send me back? Because I asked them to. So Pseudopod asked us to return to Portofino. There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief. I'm here. Where are you? Right here, in an armchair, in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop, in the city-state of Portofino. Who do you say you were? No one special. Just an arm-like sac of cytoplasm. A special move, unique to single-cell organisms. But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics, one of the varieties of mankind. This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come here. Why, what happened to you? I got caught with my pants down. On the plus side, I no longer have to worry about independent thought or movement. This was the human game, and he played it poorly. Time to give up his seat. So he's not necessarily dead, but he's basically brain dead. I'm sorry we never got to know each other. Don't blame yourself, Operant. Whatever happens has already happened. So we were in the bathroom. And Pseudopod is literally just laying there. What happened to Pseudo Chatfish? Big thinky. Alright, looks like we have to start with our investigation here. He was like this when we came in. Splayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm, as he stares beyond you unblinking. Alive, yet not alive. Every spy for the Operant Bureau is assigned a partner. They're double. This man was meant to be yours. A pair of headphones have slipped partway off his head, connected to a stereo system beside him. Hello, Pseudopod? No response. His eyes are still, fixed glassily on the ceiling. The pupils quiver like a failing heartbeat. Look at the ceiling. I said, Hey, why aren't you talking anymore? He's been like this since you walked in. Anything to the contrary should be marked down as a grip on reality type problem. Look at the ceiling. Cream paint peeling slightly. A small room in a city past its prime. Nothing to suggest why the man is so interested in it. Touch his arm. You get no response, no jolt, no tremor. The film is monochrome and silent. The only soundtrack is the low hum of the projector as the celluloid rushes from its spool. I'm going to enunciate. As you stare down at him, fresh drool gathers at the edge of his mouth. Look in his eyes. The green of long-corroded copper. There is charged empty spaces behind them, like a room that someone has left for the last time. As for the face, around the eyes, His jaw hangs slack, his glasses askew. The lopsided headphones accentuate a large bald spot atop his crown. Rub his bald spot for luck. Highly pleasing rootability. We have gained the status feeling lucky. Let's study his clothes. Stiff-collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs. White spindles of leg hit your vision like a pair of flashbang. Mayday, mayday, visuals lost, visuals lost. Must be a natural defense system. Blink it away. Entirely unfit for purpose, based on his current state. The prey animal's final defense playing dead. Once your eyes readjust, you notice that the man is also wearing 3 layers of socks, each slightly shorter than the one beneath it. For some reason, this detail strikes you as very sad. Well fortified, commendable. Socks are obviously important to this man. Check the area around him. There is no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers, no drug paraphernalia either, just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. It reminds you of a cosmonaut's safety tether. Check his vitals. He's cooked, chat bros. Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck. Elevated, but not critical. What that means about his deeper condition, you cannot say. When in theater, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed. But he's not dead. Yet. Then the body is disobedient, and must be brought to order. Fuck, our anxiety's going wacko. We are now anxious. This must be some kind of setup. First impressions, I can't work with this. There may be little opportunity for a second based on the current visual. However, he ended up like this. The result is the same, operant lost. For as long as he lies here, dead, dreaming in a strange city, you are the final friend he has. I'll do what I can for you. Searching for clues. Clipped to the inside of his flap of his jacket, you find a laminated badge emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads Esterman, T. Below that, a title, MX, Lead Hosiery. Sock merchant for the MX Bureau, one of the Operant Bureau's most battle-tested covers. Whoa, hold up. Lead? My God, that's what the badge says. Merely a cover, but also probably how the Operant Bureau intended things to work behind the curtain. And look how well that worked out for him. You remain ungovernable. I suppose I did, fuck it, in the official parlance. No, in the official parlance, you redacted, then you redacted, but not before redacted and redacted. That explains the 3 pairs of socks. Wearing the wares for ease of display, an operant committed to his role. Socks, extremely soft core. Reliable core. Though operants are encouraged to submit new proposals for in-theater practices, if so inclined. Average response time, 16 years. Anything else in his pockets? 3 other things of note. A slip of paper, a business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. Examine the slip of paper. It's purchase order for 10 socks made out to Carmuna Pessoa Fashions and Garments Bootleg Bazaar. Bootleg Bazaar? No coordinates. Found some kind of marketplace, but not one you've ever been to. This must be assignment adjacent. It's a good place to start. Also, your only one, currently. Your decommissioned double has been making contacts using his cover. What it says about the reason you're here remains less clear. This is not a real order. It's a sympathy order. He obviously made an impression on this Carmuna. The party expands its influence, one exposed heel at a time. I'll hold on to this. The slip of paper grows heavy in your hands. It feels like a baton. The item gained. Sock purchase order. Pseudopod's obligations are now yours. You owe this woman 5 pairs of socks. Examine the business card. The card is cheap and scuffed. It reads, all you need is a miracle, above a cartoonish image of a disembodied lips at a phone receiver. Notably absent is an actual phone number. Turn the card over. On the other side, there's an indecipherable scribble. Whatever's written seems to begin with a D. Into your pocket it goes. We've gained the item Sensuous Business Card. Yum yum. Candy. A wrapped-up rectangle of compressed sugar. It's so hard that your fingers cannot make an impression, no matter how much you strain. Cola flavor, if you had to wager a guess. Looks old. Looks old school. Heavy duty? Didn't know they still made these. Scrumptious. Your tongue is glass-dusted carpet. Your inner cheek bloodied ribbons. The flavor is nothing like cola. Deeply unpleasant. Very yum-yum, just like I remember. After a few more game attempts to chew, it takes all the will you possess to swallow the jagged clot. Its aftertaste contaminates your mouth. Enough rifling. You retract your hand from the man's pocket. The assignment brief, man. You've got to have it. Not even a flicker of a response. The people's spies cannot be caught shirking. Time to escalate. Demand your assignment. Damn. Oh, wait, that was a success. 6 and a 1. 7. Yeah, I'm just going to narrate it myself. Welcome to Stream Chatfishies. Little kill bitch. He's a kill bitch. Oh. Well, stream Little Sudden Fishy. There's no VAs because I turned them off. It's only got partial voice acting. As to reiterate, because I'll have to reiterate this 10 million times, much like Disco Elysium, it had partial voice acting in the initial stages of its development. Later, then it received full voice acting as time went on, but not on its launch. Well, not until the director's cut when they got more money. The full voice acting usually comes later. Alright, carrying on. All I need is a few words. I'll even take the gist. Pseudopod does not respond. Pathetic. Wait, him or me? No, this is going great. So great, the opera will forget all about last time. History ended a century ago. Last time is reactionary fetish. Defend the party. Reject the linear progression of time. Enough of this reactionary angle of repose. Up he comes. Stand him up. The man's breath gargles softly in his throat as you yank him upwards. He is heavier than he looks. Just say something, man. Please. Look, Pseudopod, I'm sorry about this, but I need to know. No, you can tell me, or you can tell the party's disciplinary commission. His head lolls on its neck hinge. If you didn't know any better, you would say his deserted eyes seem to be urging you in the direction of the bathroom. The bathroom? Is that it, boy? Brrr. You heave him up and down, making his limp head bounce in a grotesque knot. Put him back in the chair. Good job. Pseudopod has served the party state well. This non-reaction is alarmingly reactionary. If keeping him is no gain, then losing him is no deficit. Onwards, the unassigned assignment is now yours alone. So, you looking forward to working together? Still working on that assignment. Any update? I just had a massive dissociative episode. Very intense. You were talking to me? Your thoughts on this operant, if any? The man's head slips 2 centimeters to the left. His jaw slides with it. This was supposed to be my big comeback. Thank you for your support. I'm sorry we won't be getting the chance to sell the socks together. All right, let's check in again later. Hey, Pseudopod, partner, let me know. I'll do what I can for you, Pseudopod. Your double didn't notice your arrival, and he didn't notice your departure either. Unfortunate. Once the party gets wind, all traces of his existence will be wiped clean. By this time tomorrow, he'll never have existed at all. The air in the room is deadweight heavy. Interesting. So, we've learned that the socialist state that we're a part of will make sure that he doesn't have a faint remnant left behind. What does that mean, chat? I think they're going to put him down. A mid-range stereo set to standby mode. Check the disc deck. Through the translucent view panel, you see a single red disc loaded in place. On the face of the disc are the words Ultravioletta. You, but from a dream. Handwritten on thin strips of tape. You don't recognize the artist. What have we here? The disc is loaded, ready to tell you. Unplug the headphones and press play. The chunky button makes a satisfying little thunk as you push it. The plastic latch clicks into place and the discus begins to turn. You know because the spindle is rotating, though the speakers don't produce any sound at all. The kitchen light hums and splinters momentarily. Is this thing broken? It doesn't appear to be. The disc is spinning the way it's meant to. An artifact of no substance, onto which nothing of substance has been recorded. Turn up the volume. No sound save the thin layer of static that lines the inner cables. Amateur wirework. Keep listening. The music player blinks slowly. Or do you? You can't quite tell. Keep listening. The silence is being overtaken by a different silence, like the slow darkening of night across the wall of an empty room. Listen a little bit more. This new silence seeps into every corner of your body, loosening fixtures, rattling drawers, seeing what will come with it. Listen a little bit more. There is still no sound, but in your mind an image forms of a blasted heath, a smoldering circle. At its center, figures in tattered robes stagger and sway on the horizon. Our delirium limit has been reached. We have gained a status of deliriousness. We are almost completely gone mad from this tape, Chatfish. What's within the smoldering circle? We have a 16% chance of success. We need a 5 and a 5. Chatfish blowing my dice. Let's go gambling! Damn it! We were so close! We were so close. Wait, what day is it? Your mind blank. The power grid ravaged by an unseen, faraway storm. The same day you were just living. Wait, where am I? A second-floor studio apartment above the Photo 24 While You Wait Film Lab in Orphanage Street in the independent city-state of Portofino. Slowly return to yourself. The apartment looks the same, just about. Hold on, what's going on? Nothing. You're simply playing a disc on a common home stereo system. The sort of thing millions of people do across the world. Every day. I probably shouldn't be messing with this. No, you probably shouldn't. Press stop. The static quiets. As you reset the volume, a great relief shivers through you. Though nothing has seemingly happened, press eject and take the disc. A brief internal hum, then the disc slides halfway out of the machine and waits there like it's trying to hide from you. You remove the red disc and place it into your pocket. Enough stereo. As you turn away, a phone begins to ring. Interesting. Let's answer. It'd be rude to keep it ringing, Chatfishes. You pick up the phone. The handset vibrates in your palm. Hello? Before you even finish speaking, the words the device connected to your phone... Sorry, let's redo that. From the top... Before you even finish speaking, the device connected to your phone base splits it into 256,000 encrypted fragments. Half a world away, a familiar voice splits into a corresponding number of fragments before coalescing again by your ear. Please tell me you have a good news. The voice of authority, otherwise known as your controller. It's your double. She's expecting. Let's not disappoint her. This is Cascade. Operant, you made it. A pause. Your voice hasn't changed. Her voice is just as you remember. We'll get to catch-ups later. Put Pseudopod on the line. You glance over at the man in the chair. A snail's trail of dried saliva glints on the side of his chin. Anxiety has been raised by another 2. You feel your mind starting to spin up. 5,000 revolutions, not revelations, per minute.
Damn.
It takes all your concentration to keep the receiver steady against your ear. Welcome back, Chumpus. I may now use this opportunity to grab a drink because I am thirsty. And I'm probably going to want a drink candy for this fucking stream. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you're going to be reading everything, yeah. That's the plan, right?
It is the plan. I'm probably going to have the guests take various aspects of my persona. Because what's cool about these games is that your psyche speaks to you. And they're all different characters in your head.
Nope. Killjoy's been a member for 27 months as a sulfur miner. Thank you for the long-time support. Also, I don't know if it was read or not, but Harlot gifted a membership, Rifford gifted 2, and Semper donated $50 to get on Twilight Princess.
Thank you for the donations.
All very generous.
Perhaps too generous.
Now there is still, somehow, a max tier bounty on Decompresso and a personal bounty on Semper Tantrum.
Good, Chips, good.
5,000 ovulations per minute, says Plaka.
That's Aerith, after she's had that one drug that makes women ovulate.
Killjoy says, Chumpa's choice, how much to make Kib sing the VeggieTales theme song in the pickle form?
I don't even know the VeggieTales theme song. I don't even...
You have to look it up, is the question. If you look it up...
I don't know the melody.
How much?
I only know we are the pirates who don't do anything.
Okay.
That's the only one I've ever... Because I watched that as a kid like a billion times because I loved that movie. We'd watch it go into our cabin all the time. We are the pirates who don't do anything. And you know how it goes, Chad. And they just stay at home and they lie around. And if you ask them to do anything, they'll just tell you. They don't do anything. They don't do anything.
Harlot gets a membership. He is continuing to swing for the bounties. Also, you should probably have all of Harlot's activated if you don't.
Are you telling me to do stuff? He's like, yeah, pretty much, bro.
Yup. So, don't forget, chat, if you have a membership milestone that you pay for the membership yourself, you do get to actually use, like, add hashtags to it.
Yes. Also, don't forget, the stretch goal for the outfit this week is a choice where chat can donate as a dono war for what outfit you would like. The outfit, if we do get the over the weekly by $200, is a chef outfit for Aerith, so that we have a cooking outfit for when we make cooking videos.
Damn. Chef Aerith.
Chef.
It would just be an apron with nothing else, right?
That can be the stretch goal if we make the daily and exceed it, and get the chef hat and exceed it by $100.
Damn.
We can have an NSFW apron Aerith.
Imagine.
The way women
naked
should be.
gremlin Aerith, chat.
No, it would be adult. Proper. Not weird, creepy. Alright, so. Let's see.
The creature from your nightmares.
For now, Chumpus, you will take on all of the yellow psyches. I read that one, so you don't have to worry about that one. So anytime you see a psyche thing appear yellow, you read that. Bitch.
Alright, let me move stuff around.
We'll color code them for now, because depending on my build, certain parts of my psyche will just not talk much because they're very underdeveloped. Because they're very underdeveloped. Tricky brain damaged. Alright, I don't think the cord will reach that far. What do you mean? Why not? I looked in his eyes and saw empty. Something's very wrong with him. He's breathing but non-responsive. More than that, I can't stay. For a moment, no one says anything. There's no sound at all, save for the blood in your ear, and the electrostatic hum of the ultra-long-distance connection. Has he been zeroed out? Meaning eliminated, killed, rendered inoperant. Heavy words. Words that... Oh, wait, it's right. No, you're right. Sorry, my brain. It takes a while for me to get back here. Hold on. Mythical's been a member for 39 months. Says, put this on whatever Kibbs likes. Puts him on, like, buttered toast. Like,
That would be Star Trek.
The Star Trek thumbnail. Yeah, because we are going to continue our Voyager playthrough. But it's going to be like a stream special during the weeklies.
So, personalism. Heavy words. Words that set machinery in motion.
My God. Now there's a lot of options. Chat, I'm not gonna... I don't know if I should read every option out loud, or should I just read them in my head and then read the one we're gonna go with? Because I think that's...
I think go with that.
Because otherwise I'll be like reading like paragraphs of responses that we go with only one, and the chatfish who are listening on their phone might lose context. Alright, so... There was a blank disc in the music player. Very odd. Why would he be listening to a blank... You know what? Tell you what. You'll also be the controller. To help increase the amount of stuff you have to read.
Damn, making me a woman. Also, Branch has been moving for 38 months. Kibble, what skills have you picked?
We went for charismatic. And I had to put stats in statism. Because my entire idea with our playthrough is that I'm going to see if we can't become a double agent for Lelou's. Because that'd be so cool. I'm not sure if the game will let you do stuff like that. Technically, we're an operant for the, basically the Soviet Union in this universe. Go ahead.
Very odd. Why would he be listening to a blank disc?
No idea.
Me neither, so we're still grasping in the dark.
I found a card for a phone line in his pocket, but there's no number on it.
That doesn't tell us much. She appears to make a note. What else?
There was a purchase order in his jacket pocket, for a bunch of socks.
So what? Your cover was meant to be sock importers.
He was also wearing 3 pairs himself.
Okay, that is strange, but I don't see what it's got to do with this, with his condition.
I'm saying Pseudopod may have been practicing method espionage.
Method espionage? Is that some sort of joke? I'll ask one more time. Is your double zeroed out?
You must speak the word. She cannot make the determination herself. Once you say it, there's no going back. The momentum of events will overtake you. Yes.
Right.
Oh, wait, no, that's you. Because of the lines.
I wonder which it is. Have our enemies blown us up already? Or is this just another day at the basement massage parlor of our spy services? Fucking hell. She's wondering how long till she can have a drink. Drinking liquor from a can. It's been several hours since her last.
I think you actually pronounced that right. Oh,
good job, Gibbs.
God. What one do we...
You chose poorly.
Personalism? Cold read? Or statehood? No, not my statehood part of my psyche. My statehood. Understand what motivates people? That's pretty useful. Cold read, read the room, act before. Okay, I think we should sacrifice cold read. What do you think, Chumpus?
I think you shouldn't have gotten in the situation.
Listen, it's fine. Okay. We gotta lower our skills in cold read. Did you read that?
Damn. The opera's going to hang me by the toes. For you, it's back to Satellite Facility B.
aka the freezer, where the old, useless, and discredited are, consigned until they're dismissed or die of despair. The freezer. Shiver. Resist. Forget that. Spy more. Spy harder.
Spy how? You haven't even got the assignment.
Gang, taking heavy incoming fire here. Not sure how long we can hold out. Assignment! Yes, let's hear it, controller.
Listen to me, this assignment is over. Effective immediately. Over, immediately. The words ricochet inside your skull. The woman in the photo shop downstairs, Constance, sees one of ours. Let her deal with Pseudopod.
Middle-aged woman, dark hair, behind the counter. You exchanged a few words when she gave you the key. Right, I met her when I came in.
Do not tell her anything she doesn't need to know. As for you, we need to get you on the next aerotram out of the city.
That numberless phone line may be worth investigating. Perhaps the room contains other leads as well.
They won't be expecting you back in the People's Republic for several days. Plenty of time for some self-directed espionage.
We have a 27% chance to figure that out. That's not amazing, but that's not the worst. We need a 4 and a 5 at the very least.
That's really risky. Chat, should you do it?
Let's try. Let's go gambling! We did it. You've been out of action for 5 years. The opera wouldn't rush sending you back in theater unless one of my old assets reached out. A half-moment's hesitation, then.
Where'd you get that idea?
Oh my god, that was actually pretty good, chat. That gives us a lead. Not a denial. Proceed. Let's see. Okay, do not say that. No, don't do that one. If you pulled...
Number one's probably the
Yeah, I think that's the more logical response with a better chance. If you pulled me from the freezer, it must be because they asked for me specifically.
A highly original thesis, also completely irrelevant now. There should still be flights departing for Superblock territory tonight. Make sure you're on one of them.
Who was it, Mel?
It was no one. A ghost in the wire. The assignment's over. Get on the next tram.
No, I'm not going.
Then you're going to end up like Pseudopod. Zeroed out. Your choice.
A click and the line goes dead. That might have been dangerous to tell her we're not doing that. Nearly identical sets of shirts and trousers, ironed and folded.
Hope this game is more spy-oriented, says Rifford.
The toilet seat is up.
That was a yellow.
Oh, whoops. A pair of men's trousers are hung delicately over the shower rail.
If Pseudopod's pants were attempting to flee the scene, they did not make it very far.
There's more pants. Examine the trousers. Brown, shapeless, they are utterly unremarkable. No accident. This is functional. Invisibility. The wearer would have no choice but to blend in to a crowd. Search the pockets. The front and back pockets are completely empty except for a few pieces of lint. I just had to think about that for a second how to do that. Nothing but dead air from when you moved him, unless... Search the pockets again, thoroughly. You discover a small extra pocket inside the front right pocket. A pocket disguised as a pocket! You slip 2 fingers inside and come away with a neatly folded sheet of paper. A pseudo-secret. The page is notebook-sized and perforated along one edge. It reads... THA Tha Lepsar 032 WIFO. Okay, this is code.
Yeah.
Half a cipher, the language of spies. You've carried papers like this folded up and hidden away in secret pockets and compartments. This is a one-time key. Good to unlock a single enciphered message. You just need to locate the other half. Why are they hanging in the bathroom? One of the many mysteries concerning men's trousers. Step back from the trousers. As you turn away, a stray thought passes. They may never be worn again. True. Secret pantses. Dark peach. A familiar flash of red catches your eye. That's good. This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter. In the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system, red is reserved for personnel files. What the? Examine the red folder. A small label in the top left corner is printed with one word, your cryptonym, Cascade. It screams danger, not for human consumption. Your hand hesitates. Open the red folder. The folder opens with a whoosh. Before you, in a neat monospace type, your life is condensed to its barest elements. Name, Wilk Herschel. Cryptoname, Cascade. Born, Landau, former Republic of McRae. Dependents, none. Pay class D2. Years of service 14. All true, none of it useful, just now. Keep reading. Childhood bourgeoisie history of student radicalism led to persecution by monotheist reactionaries, fled to People's Republic of Kohila, embraced post-historical materialism. In short, born capitalist, reborn communist. Medical records, gunshot chest, retained bullet, 10mm, pre-service. The bullet nuzzles your aorta, your heartbeat flutters. History of dissociative episodes and reckless action. Sexuality. A vicious rumor started by my extremely horny detractors.
Or
We're gonna be
so the unconfirmed is a lie?
Yeah. Suicide risk, minimal. Ideation only.
As our moral statisticians have repeatedly instructed, suicide is merely a coward's way to spit one last time upon the party.
It's all the ideation until you commit. End of list. According to this file, that's all there is to you. Raw facts cannot capture the totality of my being. According to the opera's remembrances, raw facts are the totality of your being. Anything else in here? There's another page behind this. One it's labeled Service History. A tingle.
A tingle in your fingers. Your head grows lighter as you approach the crash site.
Read your service history. Yeah!
In just a few words, the worst failure of your life is reduced to bureaucratic shorthand.
Previous assignment, Portofino, 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operant, Cascade. Assets, everything's blanked out. Run your fingers over the black bars. A secret.
A secret the opera has elected to keep from itself.
Which one of you reached out for me?
The redactions are too heavy. The names beneath them are silent for now.
Why does Pseudopod have this?
Obvious. The Opera wanted him to know what sort of spy he'd be working with.
Read the latest entry. Most recent assignment, Novessa, 91. Present, Satellite, Facility B. So we were basically in the freezer. Facility. So yeah, basically we fucked up our operation, and we were put on ice and not allowed to do anything, and this is our chance at redemption. That's enough of that. The folder shuts itself with a tiny sigh. Whoa. Your darkest secrets? You can't just leave them out like this. Right. Information. Security
Eat
first.
them.
Burn them. Fuck it, I stand for transparency. Leave them. We're gonna burn them. Now, burning's not a guaranteed surefire way, by the way.
That's why you should eat them.
You crumple the pages up and set them on fire in the waste paper basket. As the flame consumes them, the pages curl like a black lotus flower closing itself. Rummage through the desk. Amidst the crumpled sheets of copy paper and empty takeout containers, you find an opened pack of cigarettes. Suprema Mark. Supremas, hundreds. Cheap superblock export. Commie smokes. Ease of mind. Cool. Pseudopod must have brought these with him. There are a few mangled filters in the ashtray. Examine the cigarettes. There's nothing outwardly noteworthy about this pack of Supremas 100s. It's like any other found in the commissaries and corner stores across the People's Republics. Except, here we go. Secreted neatly against the inner wall of the pack, just as you were once taught to do yourself, a crisply folded sheet of A7 paper. It reads. That's more code. The missing companion to the one-time key you recovered from the trousers. Cascade still got it. 1-to-1 correspondence between key and text. This is a Rosetta cipher. Your heart skips a beat. Take the smokes. The pack slides nicely into your pocket, as though it always belonged there. Item game, Suprema 100s. We have a very good chance of this. Apply the one-time key to the ciphertext. 97% chance of success. Come on, chat bitchies. Do not get snake eyes. Yeah, we got this. Letter by letter, 6 words rise from the dark pool, then speak to you in an unknown voice. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. Your blood retreats stricken cold. For me? For Cascade, all will be forgiven. What does that mean? The meaning is quite clear. It's the transgression. That's a mystery. Transgressions, plural. You have a long list to hand. This is likely not a direct message from Pseudopod, but something he was meant to pass on to you. We gain 10 experience. In that way, he has succeeded. Unless it's some kind of bizarre suicide note. Oh, that's you, Chumpa.
Well, that was me.
See, we gotta get more like guests here so they can read the other fucking psychologies, because I get such in a flow that I just forget.
Well, don't worry, Kibbs. I'll leave in a bit, and then you will have to read them anyways.
Damn. Only your double's advancing bald spot is visible to you over the rim of the chair. Are you included in this all pseudopod? There is no response, but that doesn't mean no. The day beyond the window beckons you outward. There may yet be some forgiveness out there. Halt! More secrets to consume. Very cryptic ones. Yum, yum. Burn, baby, burn. It's cooler and more mysterious to leave it out in plain sight. In case I have visitors, keep it out for all to see. I wonder what the ramifications are for not destroying the evidence. You know what I mean?
Not good for spies.
Not a good idea for a spy. So burn, baby, burn. The nitro glucose, I don't know how to pronounce that word, dissolves like the thin end of a dream. Search the desk again. There's nothing left in there, neither smokes nor secrets. Examine pseudopod cipher again. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. Step back. You turn away from the desk. So we have the note, we know what it means, but...
Yes, this is a game in the same vein as Disco Elysium.
Yes, it is a... it's not a direct sequel to Disco Elysium, but it's made by the same people.
Supposedly.
Dishes recently washed. Something is rooting through the bin in the alley below. I think we've...
Have you tried smacking him a little?
I think whatever's happened to him, he's pretty fried, boys. Pseudopod ain't gonna talk to us anytime soon. He's out cold. So we need to go downstairs. The door is the room you came in from.
Not gonna check the post.
Well, it's gonna want me to go down here. We can go back up there. You're gonna be the photo lady. I've decided.
Enough, you're blacklisted. Take your sick little games elsewhere.
Based. Easy, lady. I just want to develop some photographs. I'm not trying to take your innocence. He's, different race. The woman you met on your way in. She runs the photo shop and maintains your safe house. The man you don't recognize. That's an interesting camera he's carrying. Professional class. No consumer model.
Does that poor girl even know what you're up to?
You have a wild imagination. A little photo shouldn't not count as a crime. It's not like it's a loaded gun or something. He's Romanian, by the way. The mention of loaded gun stands your hairs on end. The woman casts a split-second glance in your direction.
Requesting assistance.
Not your conflict, no need to engage. What's going on here? Stark realities that prevent me from pursuing my interests. Also, racism, maybe. He turns to you.
A crackle of recognition behind his eyes as they meet yours. Low chance.
27% chance, chat. Come on. Alright, blow on the dice, Chumpa. Blow on the dice. Alright, here we go, Chumpus. Where do you know him from? Oh, we were close. We were close. Damn it. Nowhere. You've never seen this man before in your life. He has a connection to our past. I guarantee it. But that doesn't mean he hasn't seen you. That's also true. What? He gives you an aggressive look.
She's probably another victim of your so-called street art.
Where do you know me from? What a full spectrum question. Perhaps you've been huffing photochemicals with this confused woman. Restless eyes, evasive demeanor. This man may not have zeroed out your double, but you're sure such things aren't beyond him. Very well. Photo 24 can have this round. Thank you for this extreme stress. I'll now carry through my day. Waddles away. He gives you one more glance as he leaves, garish coat flapping behind him. Interesting. That was a very different reaction.
Your bald head for luck, Kib. Good
luck
luck at work, Ghost.
Be a good little ghost fishy. Ghost fishy!
That was exciting, wasn't it? She watches him go, then looks at you.
size her up first. Despite the flowy garments and artistic scarf around her neck, there is hardness to this woman's expression.
She's evaluating you just as you are her.
Who was that man?
Nobody. A seedy little oddity who likes making fantastical threats.
I didn't like the look of him.
Not to worry, you won't be seeing him around anymore. You caught him on the day of his banishment.
You've not seen the last of him. The two of you are bound by a hideous orange thread.
Before we get into it, I want to get one thing clear. Just because I'm working for the opera does not make me some kind of communist.
Curious. Curious. The Operant Bureau, it should go without saying, is the spy service of the Superbloc, also known as the Communists. Wait, what are you then?
A happily settled small businesswoman. A model petite bourgeoisie.
That one's so fucking funny to say, though. So, even though we're colleagues, we're also class foes. And then I squint at you.
My mother and father were hardcore Nestoristas?
Nestoristas.
Ristas?
It's some sort of
Nestoristas?
like ideology, I think, in this world, because I don't recognize that
They
one.
would rattle their urns to know their only daughter has shacked up with the communist. And yet, the thought of scandalizing her dead parents thrills this woman to the bone. So don't even attempt to seduce me with your post-historical dialect. Your double already tried his hardest. I'm here strictly for the espionage. Which reminds me, I have some funds to redistribute. Your stipend for the assignment.
Stipend, you.
Stipend.
I got
don't
20
care.
bucks, chat. Woo! Just 20 bucks.
I'm taking back the money.
Nope. Money means nothing. I live God damn it, that's so stupid. The soul's in the toilet. This won't even buy me a belt to hang myself.
Then I suppose you'll have to live. While on the subject of allocating resources, here's that screwdriver pseudopod requested. He produces a small toolkit and slides it across the counter.
Hold on. I didn't ask for this.
You didn't have to. Isn't that the whole idea? Central planning and so on? The petite bourgeois begins to understand. The party works in mysterious ways.
I'm so glad we took high state.
And anyway, it's only a damn fax machine.
She gestures towards the monstrous off-white plastic machine behind you.
You could also simply give it to Pseudopod. I'm sure he's more than capable with it.
She was looking forward to watching your double on his hands and knees. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of, where is your double? She deserves to hear it from you. Do not let her find Pseudopod upstairs by herself.
This woman could be a valuable source of information if you can prise it from her. Wait, your controller was clear. This woman doesn't need to know anything she doesn't need to know. We have a 97% chance success? Well, that's pretty good. She must know something about your assignment. Find out what it is. Alright, this time we'll get a better roll than we did last time. Whoop! Kumba.
Basic social engineering. First, take the target into your confidence.
Special asset. It's time you learned of our meta task. Her look is wary, but intrigued.
2. Turn an admirable quality into a vulnerability.
Pseudopod is up for the People's Service Medal. The opera sent me to assess his stagecraft.
That's strange. No one said anything to me about a meta task.
I want you to tell me about Pseudopod's movements, who he's spoken to, everything about the assignment he's shared with you.
3. Exploit, exploit, exploit. Ah, I understand. This is a test to check our information security. I'll have you know Pseudopod's not told me anything. He's kept it intensely tight. That gives you a very satisfied smile.
You have shit, in other words. Chicken bones. Disappointing. Pseudopod assured me you're extremely observant. A wince.
A knife prick she'll surely remember.
There we go.
Have you tried the bootleg bazaar? He was down there yesterday.
The bootleg bazaar? That matches the purchase order you found in his body. What was Pseudopod looking for there?
He said he intended to interview some of the vendors. I can't tell you what he was after precisely.
There, your doubles passed the baton to you. Find out what brought him to this bazaar, and you'll be one step closer to your assignment. How do I get to this bazaar?
You can practically see it from the front door. Due south in the ruins of the old silk factory. Head west from the roundabout. If by some chance you find yourself in Party Alley, it means you've gone the wrong way.
Very good. Thank you, Constance.
I hope you write Pseudopod a glowing report. From what I've seen so far, he certainly deserves it. Was there anything else?
Are we alone here? Any other tenants I need to worry about?
No, it's very secure. Just the 3 of us.
Upstairs, your double twitches, electrical reflex running to a dead switchboard. Nosy customers?
Most people for drop-offs and pickups for their film and prints. No one's ever in here for very long.
Children?
Wasn't in the cards.
Married.
Divorced.
Any gentleman callers? Raise your eyebrows.
Oh, she titters. No, none of that. At my age. Younger than your mother, but in her mind, she's an old woman.
And how's the special asset liminal class life treating you, Constance?
I don't presume to know the inner workings of the opera, but I have to think I could be better utilized.
How do you mean?
Of course, I'm happy with the task I've been assigned thus far. Keeping a safe house is a major responsibility. But I have other skills, you know.
Such as?
Chemistry, for one. I have an entire photo lab back here with access to all kinds of toxic chemicals and powders. And yet, I doubt anyone would suspect a woman like me of, say, poisoning someone. If the assignment required it.
It's becoming increasingly clear why this woman was chosen as an asset, and it's not for her chemical knowledge.
I'm tracking a donation. Hold on.
Gregor's donates £2 and says, do astral beings have power equivalent to Illuminine? I don't know. Who knows? That is a question I cannot answer. And thank you for your donation. He's like, wait.
Your secrets are safe with her because she's got no one in the world to confide them to.
I have realized that it's actually quite easy to alienate everyone. You're okay. Lone wolves make the best recruits. Not every lonely person is operant material, but most can be molded into something useful in the right warm hands. What's wrong with the fax machine exactly?
It's that little amber light. It means out of order. And I haven't been able to get it to green, meaning in order. She gestures towards the honking machine behind you. Just looking at that thing causes you to take psychic damage. Best
Jeez.
stay away. Pseudopod assured me this machine was a vital tool of communication, as precious as our work as the magic box we installed on your room phone.
That thing looks evil. I want nothing to do with it. That.
That's precisely the problem. I don't want anything to do with it either. You've received all sorts of technical training, I presume. I would think getting a little light to turn green should be well within your powers. The controller did say to let her deal with Pseudopod.
Yeah. Do you happen to know what this miracle is about? Show her the card. No, don't show her that. I need some help finding my way around. What's your opinion on the assignment? One other thing, I wasn't being entirely open with you earlier about Pseudopod.
What do you mean? She takes a moment to brace herself. A lead weight pulls her expression downward.
He's not going to be receiving a service medal, in fact.
You mean you're not giving him your recommendation after all that?
He doesn't seem entirely human anymore. It's like his soul has completely deserted him. Let's try again. He's a comatose shell. There's something deeply wrong with him.
Oh God. Takes a beat for you meaning to reach her.
Shock, bewilderment, your cue.
Behind the acrylic display case, your eye catches it on a scene of an amateur pelota squad smiling against the sun-bleached wall.
Memories trapped beneath dull ice.
What do we do, operant?
First off, when did you last see him?
It was yesterday when he returned for the evening. He looked stressed, like he was shouldering a great burden.
What sort of burden?
Must have been the assignment, I'm sure.
You mean he looked depressed?
No, not depressed. She shakes her head. This isn't getting anywhere. Pseudopod was a very good teacher. He said it would all fall on me to see after any operants who are incapacitated in theater. I wonder, did you ever suspect he was talking about himself?
Does anyone else have access upstairs?
Absolutely not. Nobody's been upstairs except yourself and Pseudopod.
You're certain? No aggressive locals with fancy cameras?
I can assure you, operant. Oh dear, I could use a rag.
I found this in the stereo upstairs. No, don't show her that. What do you think happened?
I haven't the faintest idea. I'm adrift. Pseudopod struck me as an absolute professional and very cautious. She's dying inside. She felt a great deal of affection for your double.
Your double's condition is of secondary importance. First order remains figuring out what your assignment was meant to be.
I suppose I could move him to the spare room down here. That way I can keep an eye on him.
We need to talk to a doctor. Bringing a doctor in might not be a bad idea, but it might be a bad idea. We'll do it.
A doctor. Right. Dr. Hugo would help. He runs a houseboat clinic in the backways to the west of the Bootleg Bazaar. far into the docks, past the waterlock.
Right, I'll leave him to you then.
Of course, the least I can do.
I'll head for the bazaar, see what I can find.
Before you do, I understand this is your first time back in theater for some time. She hesitates, a little shy all of a sudden.
Yes?
I just wanted to say, welcome back to the opera.
My god. Little chat bitches. She spends slow afternoons rearranging postcards onto the glass. A sense of malignant mystery emanates from the fax machine. A humongous white block of office technology sits in front of you. It looks like a sacrificial altar made of plastic. Inside, mechanical parts are assembled in such a way that it can scream analog messages across huge distances. What could be sacrificed here? Image quality and whatever remains of human patience. Remove the panel. We've got a 50-50 chance. Your screwdriver makes short work of the star-headed screws, holding the side panel in place. You set them aside, one by one, and gently remove the plastic panel. Pacify the machine spirit. Domine, Domine, oh my god. Oh, that's not pacified. Didn't work. There's no sense to be made of this mass of wires, belts, and rollers before you. Why am I even considering this? I'm not tech support. I'll figure this out later.
I was assured there would be many urgent communiques coming through this machine.
Oh, for God's sake. You turn away from the fax machine. Curse the fax machine, I do. Holiday cards, 97, pre-order. One of the fuses is held together with a coin. Yes, very ramshackle this place, Chatfish. Yes, of course.
It is the tenant's responsibility to dispose of their own rubbish.
All chat bitches are rubbish in reality.
That is a strange request. Swimming lessons with Paulo. Bin day is now bi-weekly. Parakeets for something.
Shelves stacked by a hoarder and then labeled by an obsessive. What? How do I go at the
You
door?
gotta click on the doormat.
Alright, let's see. Open this. A sour smell rises from the rubbish, drawing flies and scuttling things. The mountainside, layered with residential buildings, the topmost disappear into the clouds. The pale, crisp glow of a reading lamp shines through the new building. Chumpus, you gotta read those fast. You can't just fucking sit there, you stupid
stood up for a sec.
fuck. Two species of ivy crawl over the railing, a joint invasion of the upper world. Damn it! I went to the building by accident.
Good. Deserved. And then the agent just ran in and out of the building multiple times.
Looking suspicious as all fuck. A portrait has been stenciled over the movie poster. Ex-Supreme Leader Nestor's face has been plastered over the film poster. From afterbirth, she's sending them to the afterlife.
Commercial propaganda guides you in the direction of squalor, or so-called bazaar.
Where you jump up?
Toll bridge ahead.
Anything up here? Not accessible. Hey, oh, that's you. Read, black man.
You, lady, do you know when the 9 will be along?
A handsome man shifts in place, glancing over his shoulder toward the tram lines. Suitcases surround him. I don't know anything about the 9. I'm looking for the tram to the airport. But it hurt to know.
Strange. I thought I saw you get off that very tram just a few hours ago. He tilted his head slightly.
Nope, you're mistaken.
Ah, it happens. In any case, you're out of luck. There won't be another for several hours yet.
Why are you stranded?
I'm waiting on the 9. I was told it was having some problems, but it's supposed to be in service any day now.
And how long have you been waiting?
I was told it's supposed to be in a service any day now. That was a week ago. Enough time to grow accustomed to new surroundings and start noticing things.
A week is a long time to be waiting around for a tram.
I agree, but what am I to do? It seems to be the only way out of the city.
Maybe I could ask around about the 9 and see what's up.
I would appreciate it.
Have you seen my colleague, by chance? Middle-aged man, medium height, brown jacket, bald spot.
I did see a man like that some days ago, I think. Near the bazaar, in fact.
Our sleeping brother. Was he with anybody?
No, he was alone. Why do you ask?
He was supposed to meet me here, but didn't show.
I guess we share the same fate. He gestured towards the empty tram stop.
I'll check back soon.
Thank you. I'll be here in the meantime, waiting.
He's just sad. He's like, chompa, 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 depression. Oh, some Supremas. She's like, what? Sniggowitz?
Just grabbing stuff from the trash.
It's not really stealing. Beneath the bridge, darkness.
It was actually a hobo's bag you stole from.
The city-state of Portofino looks very ragged and run down like that other place from Disco. The gazebo is incredibly old, most likely built in the previous era. The Bootleg Bazaar.
A sign warning that sale of contraband is punished by law.
I've been teaching old folks combat moves my entire life, says the blind man, walking with his little stick. I see, and that's why the old people are beat up and... Bazaar's going downhill. Yet he looks like he's completely lost it. Floor's fucked, says the child, going past us.
Study the emergency. Keep closed at all times.
The fire exit stands suspiciously ajar. Someone has wedged it open with a ball. Wrong. Ball want play, not wedge. Who did this? What's the ball's deal? It's a pelota ball, the local variation of handball. Pelota balls are not designed for use as door stops. Someone has elevated this ball to contraption status.
This ball is in an act of resistance against the bosses and their fire codes. Are you on the side of the ball or the boss?
My God. Maybe it's a bad ball, a factory error. The ball is a mere pawn in something much larger. I just know it. It's just a ball in a door.
It's a shortcut, but who?
Take the ball, close the door. Look where the door leads. A dark hallway. At the opposite end, you can just make out the bottom of a metal staircase. A fine place to hide in a moment of crisis, marked and remembered. No, it's a trap. Must be destroyed. 3. Squeeze through the door and enter the building. You emerge into the rusted insides of a deceased mechanical beast. The only light comes from above, a set of steel stairs, which you will light carefully, gripping the cold railing. Can we grab that ball? I think we want to leave the ball there to keep the door open. The tableau says undisturbed.
A stall recessed into brickwork. Wear and scuff suggest it's been here for years.
The phosphorus glow of a Limassol Elite 82 cartoon figures dot on the screen. We must find the boat. It was west, and west is left. If we are to believe such things, Chatfish. Wait, the old docks will be down below. Because we have to find a doctor. And the doctor was by a boat. So the lowest level where the boat would be, there's a boat. No slacking off. The man gives no indication registering your presence. His mirrored glasses are turned skywards.
But he's aware you're here.
Follow his gaze. A flock of starlings murmur their strange shape over the sea-chewed stones. Above them, brown-plumed formed circles. Sparrowhawks, predator birds, awaiting an opening. Sparrowhawks, right? Good eye. Oh no, yeah, you'll be him. You'll be him.
Damn. Give me more work.
Yeah.
Good eye. He nods upwards. Starlings are tough prey. The hawks try to drown them in the canal first, if they can keep a grip. Quite a sight.
But I doubt you're here. Oh, he's talking.
But I doubt you're here to talk birds.
Wow. Boatman.
His jacket's been patched over many times. Storied. You wonder briefly how old it is.
A colleague of mine was here recently. We just get stuck. Look around the barge. An old low-slung workhorse with tar patches, welded plates, and mustached boards. Resin on the seams, hairline cracks across the hull. Someone's been fighting to keep it alive. Marina 32, early 70s issue. Port de Fer in manufacturing. Built for municipal dredging, but this one's been heavily modded. A 32, reliable class.
Except for a few bolts disagreeing about their place. Still, the reputation is deserved.
So we rolled lucky. We deciphered what boat it was, bitches.
He's got a few more years left in him. He places a hand on the railing, briefly.
What's your name?
Boatman.
That's just what people call you.
And I'm not complaining.
Let's try again. What's your first name?
Boat.
You know where this is going, right? You're not going to just walk into it. That is most definitely not a first name. Alright, and your last name? Fine, I get it. That is most definitely not a first name.
Awful judgmental of you.
Fine, I get it.
And here we are, starting to have fun. And here we were, starting to have fun.
A lot of bootlegged goods here. Where they'll come from?
Depends. Some are produced locally. Textiles the easiest to replicate. Got some artisans in the Hill of Pigs. Other things, like toys, need to be brought from abroad. There's small manufacturers scattered along the Correntes coast.
Nascorentes is what I'd assume would be pronounced.
Correntes.
Sounds like Italian.
Coast. Families with presses off book factories. Other crates have to cross a few borders.
What about real Lusian goods? How'd they get here?
Easy, you might think. The Lusians, they don't mind a little cultural leakage these days. Insidious imperialism. Today, the soft power. Tomorrow, the hard.
Guessing Portofiero's port authorities are in on it too.
So long as they get a cut, he sniffs. Foreign regulations have made that part trickier. More eyes, more signatures.
Treaties, obligations to foreign banks and bureaucracies, third-party audits, all part of joining the developed world. A big gang where no one's your friends, and there's always more palms to grease. And how'd this all begin?
At the hands of some enterprising
Enterprise.
people. A few tarps in the dust, and word of mouth. I'm sure there's more important things for us to discuss.
Wait, your barge is a he?
Most ships are named after stars. In Rustem, we name them after lost sailors. Carve a name into the prow, the dead will watch the waters for you.
That's kind of cool world building. What's the name on this prow then?
Nothing. This is just a barge. Tips his foot once. I call it he out of habit.
Got something else in mind.
Sure.
A colleague of mine was here recently. Any chance you two talked?
A colleague. He rolls a cigarette to the other side of his mouth. Go on.
Professional, brown suit, glasses, late 20s to early 50s. No, preoccupied with socks.
There's a lot of coming and going in the bazaar. I don't get paid to keep track of it. The slightest hesitation, skirting around a secret.
May or may not have been wearing trousers, if that helps. You sure? A man from the Superblock, probably asking a lot of questions.
Bit too on the nose with that one.
Yeah, may or may not have been wearing trousers, if that helps.
It doesn't, but now I'm seeing pictures. Alright then, his gaze drifts back to its origin point. Unless there's anything else.
See you around.
He lowers his head in brief salute.
Gotta be careful not to ask too many direct questions. We are spy chat bitches.
Rifford asks, how many voices are in Kib's head right now besides Chatfish's?
Get the child! Start screaming. Sheltering from the rain while keeping an eye on the boats. So we gotta find the medical ship. I think it was a medical ship. You can make that jump with your eyes closed, you reckon? Oh, there's something to loot. God damn it! Misclicked. Elegant black gloves, handwear of the elite, become a person above fingerprints, and the law, command respect with silk and silence. Ooh, that
Plus
level up her
one
steelhood, woohoo! She looks...
So you're a woman in this one.
Yes, well, I thought you could tell. Yeah, she's, Cascade is her name. Well, her call sign. Can we open this from here? The gate is bound to the pole by a thin steel chain. The gap between leaves little room for passage. Open the gate. You push the gate, the metal creaks, but it doesn't move. It's held fast by a rusty chain. We're going to need tools for this one. Inspect the chain. Rust speckles your fingertips. A system compromised at the subatomic level. Alright, nothing we can do about that now. But we've got gloves, and our gloves increase our statehood, which means that the Communist Party will be on more our side than it was before, Chad. Good.
The sign used to issue a warning against doing something. Now I faced black spray paint.
This game is very interesting. So far, it's off to a really good start. It's got a really fantastic lead into, and it's got the whole, like, synopsis is pretty interesting. We're in a city-state called Portaferro, and we're part of the Superblock. We are a agent of the Opera, which is basically the KGB, or not KGB, but like a spy, or maybe like a branch of it, for basically like the Soviet Union.
That latter could really use a song
True, it could. The other superpower in this world that we're aware of is Lelou's, which is considered techno-fascist by the communist characters, which means it's probably the closest equivalent to America. What we know about Lelou's is rather interesting. Lelou's is a huge exporter of cultural goods and stuff, and they don't mind letting a lot of their culture get into this city-state of Portofino at relatively low cost, which means the Portofino, based on what we kind of understand, is that we're kind of like in a weird place where the city-state's kind of like a game piece in a Cold War scenario. Champa! Well,
Sorry, was responding to a DM from Rob, and
there goes that forever. Oh, chain cutters. That's useful. Jaffa red and black. Premium canned coffee for the discerning bucketfish. Gup, 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 gup. And they just look at you. You feel the wind from a seagull's wind as it passes by. Champa!
I shiver through your feet. It seems much higher from this angle.
This is probably going to be... It's hard to say if it's as good as Disco Elysium, but it's definitely one of those games that I think is going to be pretty good. But
I like the you're a communist spy angle better than a cop, because you being grossly incompetent makes more sense now.
Well, that, and we also failed. So,
Yeah.
we were part of a major operation in Portofino. We got called back to Portofino again, but somehow we learned a lot more in the second run because we've discovered a couple more things because we had way better dice rolls because of our character build. And what we determined is that Cascade is tied to this somehow. And so somehow we're coming back here from the last disaster where we got 5 of our friends, our cooperants, killed in action, which put us on ice while we were in Satellite Facility B, which is basically the freezer, is what they refer to it as, which is where operants go to usually die, essentially, basically as useless tools or be dismissed altogether. So, yeah. We were also born in a nation, so we have a little bit of character backstory. Our character was born in a nation. She rebelled against society, and basically that led her to fleeing that nation, and she was taken in by the Superblock to basically become a spy for them. And so we don't really know much more of that, but that's kind of like the general gist of it. What my other curious interest is like, is Lelou's actually have agents here? Because their influence is felt more present than ours. Now, we have influence here too, because a lot of things like the cheap imports, the most notable thing was the cigarettes. The world building here is like very good. Mostly because it's not just like it tells you, it shows you. Like the writing is S tier. But it's one of those games that it's going to require... It's going to sound mean.
Look at that smoke.
But it's going to kind of require a high IQ to kind of enjoy. So if you're not into...
Damn.
Like... Not necessarily like you're not smart. But if you don't like books, you're not going to like this game. Just like you won't like Disco Elysium. Because Disco Elysium, I'll be blunt, it is a game. It has video game mechanics. But it is more akin to a book and has more words than I think the entirety of the Lord of the Rings trilogy combined.
It's a visual novel that you move around.
Yes, with like you can interact with it with skills and stuff. It's one of these like games that's very interesting, and I think they're incredibly interesting, but they're hyper niche. Like not many people get into these games because they don't want to think, and so they're just like, it's just too much thinking.
I don't get into these games because I don't have
a
massive amount of time to jump into them.
The only way I can do this is if like I can stream it. But like these things never turn out good for donos.
Floral
despite how amazing
Chatfish
these are.
Want Kuno.
Chatfish want Kuno? Yeah, well they didn't pay for Disco Elysium.
There is a child you might be able to talk to though. That was yelling at you to get out of the way.
It's probably just one of those. Yeah, it's a rollerblading girl, right? She doesn't talk. She just gets mad. She gets mad because you get in her way. She's just like,
she's the spiritual successor to Kuno.
All right, let's see. The man doesn't react or turn as you approach, your feet echoing off the high metal. You're obviously this character, by the way. Oh, he's got a bald spot, just like you, Champa. Champa!
I don't have a bald spot.
That's a big bald spot on his 3D model. On his portrait, it's much smaller.
Yeah. I saw you. I saw you by that fire exit. You even went in. An implicit accusation there.
You were watching me?
No, he nods the bizarre below. My eyes were on that fire exit. I was actually hoping you'd close it.
Why?
It's a flagrant disregard for safety, he gulps. It's made it quite hard to enjoy the view.
So had I known, I would have closed it.
If you get the chance, that'd be greatly appreciated. Still, you've come a long way, fortunately. The view just about compensates.
Is he flirting with us?
No, he's saying you've come a long way and the view up here is good. The view
Oh,
up here is good
damn.
for how long
We're
you took.
not very attractive. All that
No.
starvation
Have you
doesn't...
seen your character?
She just looks like a middle-aged woman, kinda. Looks
With
like
no breasts.
kind of early 30s. Looks like she hasn't slept in probably like a week.
Then she has a bunch of voices in her head, so clearly insane.
Just like the detective cop from the previous game.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. We've yet to meet a character that becomes like Kim. I'm wondering if we're going to meet somebody that's going to be like the equivalent of a Kim character.
You
Or
have
how
a
it's going to...
Kim.
Is my
Pseudopod.
brain... Pseudopod. Yeah, Pseudopod doesn't do anything. He just sits there and drools.
You have to save him.
He's like,
You gotta get him that doctor, Kibbs.
True, we gotta get him a doctor and save him. We are on a quest to save Pseudopod.
Save your Kim.
Pseudopod! Jed just looks at him, pokes him. Like, he did, boss. What are you...
Crawls into his mouth.
What are you doing up here?
I'm being punished. My employer has placed me in an impossible position.
A faded patch sewn into his pants below the pocket. Twin black lines set against a yellow background. Carriles de Portaferro, the oldest transit company in the city.
I'm a safety inspector, watching the lines. As you might have noticed, this pylon is under construction, technically.
I don't see any work happening.
Precisely. That's because this line, line 9, will never be finished.
Line 9. The same line the man by the aerotram section was told to wait for. So if someone were told to grab the Line 9 tram...
Then they would be waiting a very long time.
That poor son of a bitch, we gotta tell him. He's just like... What's wrong with the line?
Where to start? This pylon's angle deviated more than expected as the concrete set. Hazardous near water, shouldn't have skimmed on material. Skimped. Then there are clearance issues. The party alley rooftops are higher than the building department's official records. These aerotrams would shear those right off.
How's that your problem?
I'm the safety inspector on this segment. Construction can't proceed without my approval. Approval I can't possibly give. Since the last round of Emter stabilization, they've been trying to force us lifters out. We can't be fired, not easily, but they can take away the work that made us stay in the first place. Emter, the mention of the Operant Bureau's ancient enemy makes you bristle. I have two options. I could falsify my reports and declare Line 9 safe for construction anyway, or I could quit. Either way, the company can't lose.
You seem strangely at peace with all this.
It wasn't always, he nods. I thought about throwing myself off this pylon, right where you're standing. I used to fantasize about the GMs dragging my waterlogged corpse from the canal.
My fucking god, he's so sad. We found Champa.
Fortunately, this spot lends itself to reflection. Contemplating my punishment helped me see how to live with it. The question is, can you live with your own?
I think I'm also being punished.
Perhaps that's why you were drawn to this great height, too. You know, the view's not mine, just in case. He nods towards the horizon.
Ooh. No. Contemplate the nature of your punishment. We do not have high enough poetics to pull it off. You're no fan of M tier, I take it?
I'm a structural engineer. I believe in stability. What M-Tier has brought isn't that. Their version of stabilization shifts the responsibility of managing entropy from the state to the individual. Human existence always carries entropy with it. That's inherent in the system. Social insurance, pensions, fair wages, these are measures against the entropy of living. They're also expensive. Behind the abstractions, an unopened envelope rests on the countertop. The words "Final Notice" stamped across its front.
But that doesn't make the need for them go away.
Such is the price for joining the developed world. He glances down, the world spins slowly. There's entropy in all systems. No living thing can avoid it entirely.
See anything interesting up here?
Many things, but everyone has their own definition of interesting. What's yours?
Have you seen anything spooky? No. I was hoping you saw someone new pass through here. A man. Dark hair, black suit, glasses.
A friend of yours?
More of an acquaintance.
Oh. Quite a formal-looking man, yes? He was here just the other day.
First the basics, then assess if he's seen more, whether he realizes it or not. What was he up to?
He had a conversation with the music vendor over there. It's at a stall in the distance. Did not seem pleasant.
Down below, an older man glares intensely as a young couple thumb eagerly through sleeved discs. What were they talking about? How in the fuck is that gonna... How are you gonna... Like, I'm genuinely curious. What were they talking about?
I couldn't really tell.
Did my acquaintance talk to anyone else?
I couldn't say. He offers an apologetic smile. A lot of people come through here. I didn't pay particular attention to him.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Have you seen anything spooky?
There's an unmoored boat that's been floating around the canal to the south.
What's spooky about that?
There doesn't seem to be a driver or any crew. Sometimes the wind carries an awful noise from it up to my ear.
Can you describe the noise?
Guttural and aggressive, like some kind of primordial steel beast that's locked in battle with a diseased swamp pig.
May the steel beast prosper. Glory to the swamp pig. Steel.
It'd certainly be my favorite victor of the two, but it was a simile. The sound, I believe, is music.
Let's talk about something else.
Hmm.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about... See anything else that might be interesting to me? Okay. What's your problem with the Pelota ball?
Its presence offends me. That's a clearly marked fire exit. If you have the chance, I'd appreciate it if you'd remove it. He's a safety inspector. Of course he's gonna hate it.
Of course he's gonna hate... See anything else that might be interesting to me?
Depends on your definition of interesting.
Okay, nothing there. Alright, see you later.
Perhaps.
Alright, so we found...
He just says, I'll see you at the bottom.
As
you climb down,
we climb down, you just
off.
see him like... Oh god, yeah, no, this is tall.
What a thrill.
Yeah, you could kill yourself with this.
Yeah.
Fuck, it is tall.
Yeah, that's why I was making a Metal Gear reference.
Good thing we... Well, if you have to go up there, it's...
I think there was a thing you didn't click on up there, Gibbs. Better
You
climb back.
you fucking with me. All right, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna remove that ball for the safety inspector, and then we're gonna cut
Yeah,
that
then you gotta
chain
go
link
back
fence.
up and talk to him.
I'm not gonna cut the chain link fence because he knows he was looking at us. Sturdy pony. Portafirin cigarettes. That must be of a higher value. Let's check at the end of this dock. Anything? No. Wasn't we supposed to find somebody in the dockyard
Yeah.
area?
You were. The doctor. No retractable ladder, fence, or padlock. The city's industrial skeleton is open to you.
I feel like the doctor's somebody we want to find, like, right away. The position of the dock workers suggests they are standing guard. Okay, so... we gotta find this boat. It was west.
You can interact with that boat.
That's the boat of the strange boatman.
No. There's a little interact on that boat. Up. Up more, Gibbs. See, there it is. The crane lacks an authority figure. It was a crane.
Death
not a
to
boat.
Champa for lying to me. The back ways.
The quaint food bar serves a wide variety of seafood and fish.
Chatfishes.
Land fishes. This spy disguised as being a homeless lady.
Group of people over there. Don't want to get bogged down in too many
There's
conversations.
pants you can click on.
No, it was my fault. I misplaced them. Interesting. Primo eavesdrop spot. Can we eavesdrop on this guy? Fuck. I guess not. This guy looks kind of smarmy. Unwise to your presence, a lanky young man presses the handset against his flushed cheek. He practically clings to it, like a shipwreck survivor holding on to a piece of driftwood. Oh my god, that's definitely you.
That's definitely Gibbs.
No, yeah, go ahead and read it. I
No,
saw the
I
name.
mean-
I saw the name.
No. Because I think you need more practice with different kinds of characters.
Chatfish, distract you from the phone sex addict. We are $85 to today's goal. Remember, chat, if we don't make today's goal, I'm going to have to kill Champa's family. We don't want to kill
Oh.
Champa's family, do we?
I'd be okay with
Chat's
that.
like, what the fuck? Chat, kill them all. Wow, Champa donates $2 and says, Gibbs Reed, thank you for the donation. Rifford, don't give some membership. Thank you for the gift of membership. Very generous. Now, Rifford, would you like to give that to Gibbs Choice, Rifford? You know, be very nice of you. Be very nice of you to give it to Gibbs.
Thank you, Rifford.
Well, that's $7 closer to the daily goal, chat. Woo-hoo.
I think Gibbs would make a fine phone sex addict.
God damn. I think Chatfish should all be killed. Every last one of them. There's a lot of us to be killed, Kib. All of
That's a
us
lot
are
of
gonna
catfish.
die. Where to put my little thingamajig? Well, okay, I guess I'm a phone sex addict now, chat. Because all of you losers wouldn't stand up for me. Instead, you chose to
Chat.
side with chump ass.
That's a perfect clip right there. There wasn't any other sounds when Gibbs said that.
What
You
do you
know
mean?
what you must do, chat. When you said that, there was no other background sound. It was perfectly clear that Gibbs is now that. Harlot gives a membership. There is a max tier bounty on Decompresso. And a personal bounty on Semper Tantrum.
Thank you for the gifted membership. You're very generous. Now you're going to give it to Kib's Choice and do the right thing, Harlot? There's many good things you can do in life. Chat. How
By the way,
about...
Dante's Inferno is almost funded, chat.
Think about it. It would be
Very close.
much funnier if the fucking Chumpus was the phone sex addict. Think about it on a philosophical and metaphysical level, okay? Look at me with your dumb little faces, okay? Okay, what? My face is not dumb. Chat, I want you to think right now, introspectively, about yourself. Think about your face. Now think about why your face is dumb. Then go ahead and tell me why you're going to side with me instead of Chumpus. You just insulted us.
I don't know.
Chat, say it.
Kibbs
Say it
literally
out loud.
proclaimed
As you're
himself
sitting there.
to
Say it.
be
Look at me
the
right now.
addict.
Right now, chat. As you're sitting in your fucking buckets, I want you to think very hard about how you are stupid and how I am smart. Okay?
Harlot says
That's why I'm
justice once.
Yay! All right, put it towards making you a phone sex addict. How far away am I from making you
And
the phone sex addict?
35 cents.
All right, chat. We need 35 cents. A whopping 35 cents to kill Chumpus. Did anybody got a quarter and a nickel? Or wait, no, that's not math. A quarter and a dime? A quarter and a spare change for a homeless kid?
He needs change, chat, so he can make another call.
Ring, 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 banana phone. I've got this gooning. Say, what? Rifford, you
Rifford gets
little
a membership.
bigot.
Rifford.
Do the right thing, Rifford.
Rifford, good friend.
Set it the right way. Give it to me.
I've always rooted for you.
Fuck. Chat, help. Help me.
Thank you,
Help.
Rifford.
Help. Help me. Help me. Somebody help me. Oh my god. Well, I think I'm fucked. I'll give it 60 seconds, but I think it's over. Team Kib Bros. All Kib Bros. You know, we tried, but oh, thank God. Oh, it's about ready to set the right side of history here.
Harlot.
Why am I being messaged like 8 billion times? I swear to Christ. I'm gonna blow a gasket. What the fuck is this? This better not be breaking news I have to cover. I hope to God, I hope to God, I hope to God.
Clipped. Good job, Floyer. No, but there was news about Sony, Gibbs. I said once. Oh, yeah, so it's not going to that. Good man. Good man.
As if they'd ever give me access to that. I think I'm blacklisted with them. But that's funny.
For what?
Stone Age €5. Don't you got $5? I don't need $5. I just needed a
So
quarter and a
Harlot's
nickel.
donation is
or dime.
membership
Fuck.
gift is not going to your choice, Gibbs.
What the fuck? Thank you for the donation, though. I mean, I appreciate the donation. The donation I appreciate. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm mad about that. I'm just mad that I'm losing. I'm just mad that...
Also, Dante's Inferno is $8.52 away from being funded.
Oh my god, chat. Finish Dante's Inferno.
Also, Free Palu is $180. It has less than a month left.
Chatfish, say Palu. God, finish Dante's Inferno, then say Palu, then say... In that order.
Well, Kibbs, you are slated to become the phone sex addict.
Alright, 60 seconds, chat. 60 seconds to do the right thing and make sure that it's Chumpus as the phone sex addict. Think about it. Like, that looks like Chumpus if he had hair, right? That's not what I look like. I'm like, hey, you got that. Show me that thing you got. Your sex. And he's like, what the fuck? Oh my god, that looks like him, doesn't it? Gulps. Is that your sex? It's like
Good. But did you see the Sony news, Kibbs?
No, I didn't.
Good man, Harlot. That does fund it.
What was the Sony news?
They're rolling out dynamic pricing.
Was that, oh, for regional?
Not regional, individual.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means that if your account is marked as someone who will spend more money, they will raise the price of a game.
What?
And people are already reporting, like a guy reported, him and his wife had accounts on the same system, and I don't remember what game it was, but it was about $20 cheaper for his wife than it was for him. People have also already reported if you go to the Sony store page and you're not logged in, prices are much lower than when you log in.
That's retarded.
So they dynamically change prices based on if they think they can get more money out of you.
That's all right.
Or if a game is starting to sell well, starting to actually be popular, they will raise the price.
So they're gonna raise the price of Helldivers? Has Sony just gone full fucking retard? Like they've gone
Yep,
actually full
they've
retard.
officially started rolling out dynamic pricing. So prices will change based on demand at any given moment, or if you spend a lot on games, prices will go up for you.
Okay, that is actually retarded.
That should be excessively illegal. It's literally, oh, this is doing well, so we're gonna. Oh, like people really want this. We're charging more for it now.
Yeah, because like the only thing I can think of, guys, is that that's just like completely fucking
It's literally like
rancid.
it's borderline. Oh, there's a crisis. We're raising prices because people have to buy it now, which is highly illegal.
That is. That's
Amazon has also supposedly rolled out that for some regions.
That's pretty fucked. Amazon's doing it too.
Supposedly, I've seen. I'm not seeing as much confirmation on that, but Sony's is confirmed, as far as I'm aware. Like I've seen
That has to be
many people posting
that
things about
has to
prices.
be illegal. Like that's got to be illegal. All right. Well, we'll talk about that later on a bunch cast. Let's let that develop.
Let more info come
Yeah,
out,
let more
because they might
info-
immediately roll back on that because there's already lots of backlash.
It doesn't matter, but either way, like we'll talk about
Yeah.
it more later because I don't want to. That's gonna just completely derail everything more. All right, so back to sex addicts and phones. So chatfishes. I'm a sex addict now. It's like okay, I don't know how much time we have. You have to help me fill it in.
He's stuttering.
What? Whatever the person on the other end of the line has to say to that, it makes the man's eyes squeeze shut and his mouth slacken in a guttural groan. What the fuck? I can't possibly perform under these conditions. You have to make me...
You gonna interrupt a man in his gooning session, Kibbs?
Clear your throat. No use. Suck deep into the abyssal vortex of lust. He's beyond your reach. The gap. I'm not even worthy to approach it on hands and knees. What? Oh god, it's Indio. His voice drops to a strained whisper. My little heart wouldn't be able to take it. Oh my god.
Your brain cannot comprehend it.
I'm looking for a... Know anything about this? Show him the sensuous phone card. He flaps a hand in your direction as though dismissing a servant. A deliberate brush off. Yeah, sorry. I'm so fucking this guy. You know so much and I so little. The power differential is grotesque, highly problematic. Don't change it. Oh my fucking god. Somebody please shoot this man.
And there's Indio.
Indio, get in here. You have to narrate this guy.
Now that our chat paid for you to do it, Kibbs.
This man can't actually be employed, surely. Whether or not he's employed, he's certainly occupied. I'm your faithful... Oh, no! Dog. I know nothing. I question less.
For his services at this payphone, he has paid nothing, and yet he remains #1 employee of the month every month.
Oh my god. Look. You know what? No, we're just done with him. He takes no note of your exit, having never noticed your arrival. God damn, he's fucking goon. And there's like some like little dude right there. Sleeping, fortunately for them. I can sign. Dr. Hugo is unavailable for a few days. Apologies. Well, that's a problem.
I must be right back.
Well, Dr. Hugo is out. Let's see, can he talk about Dr. Hugo? Hey, are you going to be much longer? No response. He's too deep in his own world. Oh my God, you can't do that to me. He huddles closer to the phone and whispers, but you really, really should. Oh God. A bubble just waiting to burst. Tap him on the shoulder. With a jolt and a sharp glance, the young man pulls his shoulder away. This is a private phone call. Please excuse yourself, he says, turning away to whisper into the receiver. A pained intensity in his lowered voice that strains his vocal cords. I'm surrounded by enemies. I think those old pilots sent her to the... Listening, he sneers. Oh, pilots, he must be referring to the table of nattering old men you passed on the way here. Do I want her to watch? He whispers. Oh, maybe. In theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. Her coat, it's see-through like at a grocery store bag. What the fuck? I don't want to read his stuff anymore. I just want to see if he knows where the doctor is. Hey, this thing is meant to be see-through. What the fuck? What? Do I want her to watch? He whispers. Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. Her coat, it's like see-through, like a grocery bag. What the fuck? Oh no, we're coming part of his goon session. Hey, the thing is meant to be see-through. He eyes over his shoulder. I asked you politely once. Now kindly wait your fucking turn. Blood rush. Boiling. Fist clench. Oh, God. Tell him that kind of language is unacceptable, he says to the phone. Not you. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore. I think we need to kill him. Let's give him a hard shove. We got this. We're exerting. No! Oh, we got it. Oh, good. Now shove him off the boat. Oh, okay. That's a little shove. Cathartic blood boil. The young man's shoulder rebounds off the hard metal. It's only the handset he's desperately clutching that keeps him from losing his footing entirely. Status gain. Cathartic bodily harm. Ah, I'm under assault. If this is it, tell them it was the line of duty. Oh my God, what the fuck? In this man's mental life, physical violence is what happens to other people. He's a complete loser. All right, so let's see. I have some questions for you. Time's up. Other people need to use the phone. So that was a lot harder than I meant. I have some questions for you. Questions? You violate my space and think I have time for questions? My job concerns the fate of nations. This is not a drill. Fear. Hatred. Good. He won't brush you aside so easily now. I'm sorry, he says into the receiver. I've attracted the attention of one of the lumpenroll. If this mysterious gap doesn't kill me, one of those violent locals will. I've got to go, he whispers. I'll call you again when it's safe. With that, the man gently sets the handset back in the cradle and slinks off into the night. At last, now you can use the phone. Okay.
Damn, you interrupted his goon sesh?
I did. I beat him up. The now unoccupied payphone stands... I feel like it's dirty touching it, honestly. Half embedded in a concrete pedestal. Its frame weather-stained and dull. Look around you. You can talk privately as long as you keep your voice down. Examine the payphone. The box is scrubbed of the usual flyer and graffiti, leaving streaks of adhesive and permanent marker behind. The coin slot has been jammed by an ancient broken soul coin. The keystone. Oh, let's see your back, that's right. This payphone's been around for a while. Cracked receiver and yellowed plastic. At least a decade, you assume.
I don't think that's adhesive. That's the streaks of.
Shut the fuck up, chump ass. A faded sticker draws your attention. An advertisement for a local ferry schedule, the year 82. Inspect the cord. Stretched too many times, coils slacken near the base, but someone's wound wound a rubber band to keep them tight. Look at the side panel. Something catches your eye beneath the grime. The metal surface ripples like something's trapped underneath. A gentle curve swaying through the grime, odd-shaped for corrosion. Scratch at the filth. Grime flakes off in gray petals. As your nail catches on a ridge, a shape emerges, arched, leaping. A dolphin in mid-jump. What are you jumping over, friend? The engraving's yellow eroded by years of neglect, but legible. 1F7G35N4X12. A serial number. We've gained experience. A renodal identifier. Can I use this somehow? Maybe. In any case, you have this now. It's better than not having it. You don't need to cross-reference the number. Renodal, it must maintenance terminals. Hidden away. Keep an eye out. Enough looking. Go around.
I just noticed something.
What?
There's a person sitting there right behind the payphone. They
Yeah, I
were
know.
listening the whole time.
I talked about that. Like, just sad, like, goon sash. The worst part is it looks like a kid. Pick up the phone.
Damn.
You lift the receiver to your ear. Static needles the edge of it. Hello? Now there's a voice I've never heard before. Hello, darling. I like how you sound. A soft, excited laughter folds into each word, like sugar melting into warm cream. Who's this? My lovers call me Duchess, and you should too. This is the Miracle Line. Miracle Line? The card in Pseudopod's pocket. It's a phone sex line. Pseudopod, no, he was a gooner.
No.
Wait, but maybe she's actually a informant, because she probably knows a lot of information. I'm glad you called. I feel like I've been waiting for you. Maybe you have. Who knows what motivates the fingers at our strings? I'm calling regarding a suspicious incident. But I didn't call. I just picked it up. That's just one part of the miracle. Care to discover the rest of it? Who are you? I told you. I'm Duchess. That's not a name. Not an answer.
That's a name.
That's a name, not an answer. My name is the answer to whatever your heart desires. Now let's fall in love.
Damn. Goon sesh times, chat.
Yes, sniff her, taste her, need her smells. No. With a prostitute? Don't make me laugh. I think I'm already getting there. What? I'm not a phone sex kind of person. Is that a type of person? She laughs. It's only pleasure, darling. I'm here to serve you however you'd like. Enough about me. Tell me who you really are. The divine retribution of history. A contemplator. A big thinker, if you will.
Big thinkies, chat.
Big thinkers.
Sniffer prostitute, says Stoney.
My thinker, my thoughtful lover, run your hands over me, explore every contour, find every secret of my body. I'll just be your guide. Is this actually a secret, or is she just gonna, like, is this just gooning?
This is gooning.
There's a sheen of sleaze, but she changes character as quickly as a master operant in theater. Impressive. Maybe it isn't character, she's just super into this. Should I make her my asset? In another world, perhaps. Another assignment, but not this one. Still there, darling. I'm right here waiting for you. Did a new guy call you recently? A sock importer. A sock importer?
The warmth in her voice dipped, only for a moment.
Is he a friend of yours? An enemy? Do you want to hear about him fucking me? Oh my god, no. Do you want to hear about how he kept his socks on the whole time? He called you, didn't he? Oh no, he was gooning. We're learning about pseudopod's embarrassing moments. Something happened to him. It's serious. Your card was in his pocket. That's why I'm calling.
Oh, God, that's why his pants were down, chat.
He called you, didn't he? Something happened to him. It's serious. I don't know if that's, like, good. She'll actually take that way. We'll try. Oh, are you a detective? Is this a mystery? Let me help you solve it. Or am I a suspect? Are you going to handcuff me? This isn't roleplay. Just tell me if he called. Sock importer. Yes? This isn't roleplay. I can't discuss my other lovers. Please don't be disappointed with me. We got a good chance. Get her to tell you about Pseudopod. We're going for it, chat. Yes.
She's too good at her job. Assumes whatever you tell her is a fantasy, then slips seamlessly into her role. You need something like a universal safe word. Bring her into the here and now.
Did he seem afraid, like someone was planning to hurt him? Be straight with me. Was he suicidal? Suicidal? A long pause stretches between you. You're scaring me. Did something actually happen? He was a colleague. I need to know if he talked. Did you do it? Did you tell him he had a weird dick? Oh my fucking god! He was a colleague. I need to know if he talked to you. You may be the last person he spoke to. Oh, this isn't a fetish, right? I'm sorry. A sock importer. Yes, he did call. He told me his work partner let him down. Oh.
The words slip in like broken glass under a fingernail.
Once again, the powers align against me. Very self-pitying of him. Embarrassing. We never even met. Perhaps it's a worse to feel abandoned on a conceptual. So it was my fault. Oh, wait, are we saying this out loud to her?
Maybe. Kibbs, you're the Duchess.
That was you? Oh, darling, no. But he didn't sound suicidal. I wouldn't have missed that. Not a chance. Believe me, I would know. We gotta find out who she actually is, because I'm sure that will help. He kept rambling about a jail somewhere in town, too. Close to a waterlock. Wait, rambling? Was he drunk? What jail? No idea. I asked him if it had to do with the sock trade. He laughed. He thanked me for the call and hung up not long after. So it did. I'm sorry to hear about him. He sounded sweet. Maybe we can find something more pleasant to talk about now. Do you always answer this line? Did the sock importer mention a red disc? No, maybe he mentioned music. He said he was excited to go home and listen to music. He said he was learning about culture. Learning what about culture? Your guess is as good as mine, baby. Okay. I like how she just dips back into that. Did he say where he got it? Just from someone who knew all about culture. He said it was going to change his life. Thanks. Do you always answer this line? I have to be away sometimes, but I'll try to make that less frequent now I know it might be you on the other
Dipping
side.
right into that role.
But how do you get paid? I don't believe in miracles. Who's paying? Yes, please don't leave me. God damn it. What happens if you need the bathroom mid-call? Is that what you want? You can listen if you like. No!
Oh my
Just
God, you did.
Thanks for the chat. Goodbye.
Dips right in immediately.
We're done talking to her. Done talking to her forever, God willing.
Chat. Phone goon session fun to win.
There's some pants here. Oh, those might actually have value.
Take those pants.
Manufactured in 76 before the ill-fated launch of 77. Popular for less than a year before consigned to their fate of only ever being worn ironically. These pants aren't particularly
Plus entanglement, plus records, minus cold read.
Entanglement.
Yeah, those are just worse.
That does -1 to our cold read, though. That is kind of painful. Yeah, because our stats are higher in yellow for the most part.
You can equip something in that hand.
Operant toolkit? A discrete tool holder. It's modular, designed to accommodate the most instruments an operant may require in theater. First designed by the defector Belkov in 47.
Damn.
Gravel-eyed pilot. I don't know how you managed to kick the hogger off the phone, but believe me when I say we're in your debt. The old man looks at you with an unabashed gratitude. As he addresses you, the gaze of his two tablemates veer towards you, like cataract headlights. Slavering, impotently aroused hyena attentions. Oh boy. The hogger? You're old man now. I've decided.
I have to leave.
Damn you! Damn you
I might have
now!
to leave like in less than a minute, probably.
All right. Miserable bastard hadn't let go of the receiver for a week, but never mind him. What about you? You're a long way from Mercia, he smiles knowingly. Clocked you instantly, even though your accent has been diluted in the decade plus since you left. What happened, sugar tits? You got lost, or are you just looking for company? Oh shit! This is not. Kill this lecherous geriatric. The horny old man chat. No.
They're sitting
Whatever.
around listening to a man have phone sex. Of course they are.
God damn it. They're lecherous old fucking timers. Whatever, I've got questions for you guys. Huh? The third of the old man say nothing, but breathes loudly, fixing you with a stare. Oh God, help me. Animals, that's how it is with most pilots, though at the very least we owe you a drink for getting rid of that phone hogger. Here, a shot glass slides across the table. Cheers, animals, drink. Oh my God, it might be... You know what? Let's risk it. It raised our delirium, but it lowered our anxiety. The problem is our anxiety's not the problem. It's our delirium. God damn it. We're all strangers on this island, Mercia. I guess it's referring to our act, or where we're from. Why don't you join us? If you're pilots, why are you on the ground? Ex-pilots, he growls. There we go. That's an old wound. Let's dig at that. Does Jawa there look like he could get anything up, let alone a plane? He gestures towards the silent one. I wouldn't bet against him. Honestly, none of you do. Wrong. I'm a man of the skies, Blondie. I'm just between landings at the moment. Oh, God damn it. Permanently. Damn. What happened, Jumpa? Jumpa, are you going? Jump up!
Yep, I'm just getting set up, so I'll read this one. A big hit of hit-owned dwindling supply gives the old man a fleeting high.
So he's Joa, you two are. Are you gotta go, Jumpa? I was just waiting so you could say your goodbyes.
Yes, I'm just making my donation.
So you don't interrupt.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yep, take care, Jumpa. See you later. All right. So, where were we, Chet? Gravel-eyed pilot. Loud, Joa. He corrects you. He doesn't talk much. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava over there. How do you get those call signs? Slava used to be the name of a fish import company out of the north, my main cargo for a while. Packages stunk to high hell. He throws the ball to Pigeon. Guess, he jerks his head at you. A dirty little city bird, a winged rat. A nuisance bird eats cigarette butts. I don't really care, to be honest. Let's just pick at him a little. A nuisance bird eats cigarette butts. Ha, sure, why not? Man's got no compass. He couldn't make it to the payphone without using radar. Joke's on you all. Anyway, I never minded pigeons. Tough little fuckers. What kind of pilots were you? I did clockwork freight, perishable goods, fruits, marrowfish, whatever spoils quick. Military, a haughty tone to his voice. Zhao lips move, but the only sound that escapes them is an airy rasp. The saliva smacking in his throat and mouth is louder than any words formed. What, Zhao? Again, purposeful movement of the lips is accompanied only by breathy and mucusal noises. Loud Jawa was what they call a lamprey, people smuggler. You mean like human trafficking? Legally, yes, but all his cargo were there voluntarily. Desperate, in fact. Zhao ran low-altitude missions in and out of the territories for what, 10 years? He nods. Territories, meaning in this case Laluz island states, briefly independent, now re-annexed. Far below the normal region of air traffic, almost skimming the dark water, a shuddering cargo plane crosses the Nascorentes Sea. Lights dimmed. Refugee flights, then? Call them whatever you want. They want it out. Good to know. So where are you guys... If you say so, he shakes his head. So where are you from? Officially, we're Lusian, he chortles, and his companions join in. Loud Zhao's glottis spasms and silent mirth. Even Pigeon permits himself a chuckle. Lusian meaning from La Luz, officially. The illuminated empire, the techno-fascist power just across the strait from Portaferro, and one of your principal enemies. It holds many territories throughout the surrounding regions, including at one point Portaferro, which used to be a Lusian penal colony. I don't get the... And unofficially? We're exiles. The reunion came for us. We came here. The laughter leaves in its wake, something like conversational scar tissue. The reunion, La Luz's grand annexation campaign, slow, legal, often bloody, a creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies, coming from somewhere else, doesn't in itself make you exiles, you know. Heh, well, I still have my tenantry's passport, stamped and all. Could fly back any day. The tenantries of St. Ulwin, re-annexed in early 80s. Basically like a resurgent British Empire, kinda, from the sounds of it. A particularly brutal annexation. The tenantries were razed almost to the ground. What remains is a shrunken capital surrounded by non-arable lands. Is there anything left to go back to? Would you look at that? A Mercian who actually knows something about the world. You clocked their accent, and he clocked yours. Course there is, sugar. Bright sun, sandy beaches, a mass grave somewhere, with the bones of my parents, he smirks bitterly. How'd you get here? The pilots exchange looks in silence. Tell you what, Mercia. You grease my gullet, I'll tell you some fucked up stories. You know what he means, but you can't help it. An apple-sized dollop of lard melts between hand and chest as you massage a tufted folds of old skin. What the fuck? You think the reunion is coming for Portofino? If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Cancer will get me before the Lusians do. Maybe you should stop drinking. Cancer's just a conspiracy made up by the doctor to sell more cancer medicine. Time to crank up the drinking. Go out in style. Maybe you should stop drinking. And what? Prolong the terminal phase? Yeah, brilliant idea. Those charlatans do love a dramatic prognosis, though. Anyway, you're the foreigner here, Mercia. So you tell us, the Lusians think they'll be here any time soon? The appetite of empire is sleepless and insatiable. How the hell should I know? They think Portofiro's their territory. If they can take it back, they will. We fatigued ourselves from that. Hear that? Smart and good looking. God damn. They're flirting with us, Chatfish. Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door. Rounds on me. Spit it out. Put 10 soul on the table. God damn. Let's buy it. Let's figure it out. Ahem. He prepares himself with a long drink. See, he's probably going to die soon. I flew from Tariska, small coastal town northeast of St. Ulwin proper. Was seeing a woman there. Ripped a Vortex E6 right off the tarmac. Light craft, single turbo shaft, engine, and a mere 120-liter biodiesel bladder. Favored by the Aswanian militia, and guerrilla groups. Quick to accelerate, quick to burn out. The pilots trade another look. More than impressed, they seem put off by your technical knowledge. Banding about the fact that you're no common civilian is tantamount to wearing a sign. Lusian variant, in this case, controls near illegible. Listen, I'm gonna grease up to the old dudes, not their skin, but get them on our shine guard. Pickle Chatfish. Picklefish. How was it to go down? A couple of days in, they started quelling the uprisings, and I'd heard enough about these things to know how it was going. I'm going to add that word there because it doesn't feel right. How it was about to go down. So I hijacked her right from the hangar. Didn't even fully remove the tarp. How was it about to go down? They were going to make an example out of that city. Well, they did. His face twitches on the razor blade between perverse delight and terror. Steep climb, almost flamed out on the way up, but I rolled her clean over behind me. The city sprawled like veins in marble. Beautiful. He edges out onto a thin sheet of memory, like a child on a frozen lake. No one came after you? Luz scrambled 3 fighters, mainlanders, not locals. They didn't know the territory like I did. They tried to box me over the Viren Canyon, but I pulled a snap roll and kissed the ridges by a hair. Left them twisting in their cone contrails. Soon it was just me and the ocean. And then the light came. Fires? Baryon bombs. The mute employs what little sound he is capable of making to create a grotesque sound effect. Soft, colorless at first, then green and violet waves all over the shoreline, and colors I didn't know existed swirling like oil in water. A painter's nightmare etched in bodies and fire. Those bombs don't leave ruins, not even craters, just smooth flatlands covered in fine gray dust. But didn't you want to turn back to see if you could have saved somebody? Okay, we know better. We could play the ignorant woman. That's true. Should have exterminated the people responsible. Every last one. Their families, their dogs, Jesus. There's no inherent value in survival. You're here. You're alive. So what? At least you let's just do that one. I think that's the best option. At least you got out. Aye, well, here I am. He takes another drink and sinks deeper into it. You want more stories like that, sweet cheeks? We're full of them. The stories affect them as much as any listener. They reopen the wound with every telling. Thanks for opening up. Wish I could say I could. Wish I could say I. Wish I could say the same. That's parts of it. Wish I could say the same. That's just not right. I wish I could say the same. It's just duplicated for could say there for some reason. Typo. I don't know why, but I was like, is he trying to say something by that? Like, no, he's just typoed. We could probably see around, captains. Until the next time, sugar. So yeah, they're all creepy and they like to hit on younger women, but I think that entirely boils down to the fact that they've seen some fucking shit and they're on their last leg, and so they're just like, fuck it. So they might have some very interesting stories. Oh, hey, this is going to be something. An assortment of cargo crates sits in waiting, adorned with faint chalk marks and bright yellow labels. Look at the chalk markings. A maze of hastily drawn letters and numbers stand in contrast to the uniformly printed labels. Above, the symbols range from A to Z to D, 0 to 9. Can't make heads or tails of this. You're not meant to be able to. It's not for you. Inspect the labels. Machine printed Crispin official with last week's date stamped on each one. They all bear the same logo, tiny gold dots in a precise angular pattern. Point of origin, Ministry of Mass Culture, cicatriz, frontera. It sounds almost like something like Italian. Cicatriz frontera. Some shit like that. The lengthening gleaming capital of Leluz. Leluz, officially the Illuminated Empire and autotechnocratic regime, which has emerged from its slumber in recent decades. These crates aren't smuggled at all. They're government sanctioned from Lusian Cultural Ministry. Insidious imperialism. Today, the soft power, the hard power tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Peek inside. Black cartons of cigarettes are stacked in tight rows. One of them has been split open, 2 packs missing. The sight reminds you of a set of stairs descending into a dark of the basement. Who could have taken them? This is what they call taxation? Yes, more commonly known as theft. The so-called developed world easing it in without consent. Steal a pack of smokes? Nah, I'm done here. We don't want to run the risk, chat bitches. Rain gently muffles the world around you. Silver threads on a gray canvas. You lean against the cold metal. The city slackens around you. Watch the rain fall. Out past the bricks and the pylons of the horizon floats neither land nor sea, but a smudged promise. Status removed. Cathartic bodily harm. Status removed. Feeling lucky. Delirium below limit. Status removed. Delirious. Oh, wait, we kind of like mellowed out from that. That's kind of cute. I wonder what triggered that to happen. Either someone broke into the abandoned pet shop or something broke out. Zippy the tarantula needs a new home. Not child-friendly. I don't know if I want Zippy. Yeah, we couldn't find the doctor. The doctor's been out for a few days. I honestly think that we're fucked. I don't know if we can save Pseudopod. Empty bottles and ashtray, but no liquor. A casual business meeting. There is enough space beyond the railing to walk along the crumbling wall. A steel door is before you. Faint oxidation halos bloom across it, like algae on a sunken wreck. Knock. No response. Knock again. There's still no response. Try to open the door. It's locked. What now? Try one of the many doors that are not locked, or the open air black market, which happily doesn't feature doors at all. Enough door. So maybe that can be accessed at a later part of the day, because the day is, basically, what, 11 p.m.? Or no, it's 10 p.m. 10:24, right? I can't go over there, can I? Oh, I can through here. Oh. Portafier and hang jacket. Interesting. The Portafier and hang jacket gives us +1 to coordination, +1 to blueprints. While the jacket we're wearing gives us +1 to poetics. Poetics is already weak. And we're not very much built for DLR. And this gives us +1 to blueprints. We look a little bit like a fucking Slav when we wear that jacket, but you know, it is what it is. It's one hell of a blue jacket. Monkey. Fanged beast, your presence is weak. Fate delivers me an unworthy adversary. The creature's eyes glow with cunning flame. Its ears tuffet delightfully in every direction. Long gray toes ripple with over a mountain of trinkets as it inspects you. It's gonna try stealing my stuff. Yes! Monkey! Yes! A puppet. There's someone hiding in the pile beneath it. Broken cages everywhere. This could be an escape. An escapee. Finally, a sensible interlocutor. Adversary, we're getting off to a bad start here. End will be worse, as will middle. Tremble before the majesty of my realm and of me. What are you? Aye! Hard cut to his tiny face. Crash, zoom. His golden eyes flash. Am the king of trade. That clarifies nothing. Realm shrouded in the fog of economic war. Wage it. I'm going to disappoint you. Somehow I can just tell. Enough mouthwork. Show your objects. None of them are any good. Nobody gives me good objects. All I really have is shame. Trade it for objects, then return. If anybody's going to be trembling around here, it's you. Ha ha ha, fragile foe, puny beseecher. The monkey stares you down. His adorably well-fitting shirt does nothing to tamper the threat. Prove it in skirmish of value. Do you know what this is? Hold the red disc. The geyser of his nostril erupt with curiosity. Warm expulsions of air on your knuckles. Tickly. A curse. Take it with you. No trade. Let's trade. Yes, challenger enters. Commence economic combat. Examine his wares. What do you want? Actually, I don't want to trade right now. Examine his wares. Tourist trinkets, veterinary tools, a detached bicycle wheel, brightly colored soft drink cans. Would have thought a king has a crown. A sneer waves impressively across his jagged lips. He rummages into his pile of stuff and brings out a paper hat folded into a peak. Symbolism unnecessary, monarchy absolute. Got any outfits that would suit me? Apart from shame. Oh! Bad monkey! He's attacking us, Chatfish. Even the cutest and most dreadful of eyes can see how you drench yourself in remorse. He closes one eye to reconsider you carefully, before lifting a strappy leather harness from his collection. Dynamic yet functionless. Seen what I need to see. That chest harness is made for me. I want that newspaper hat. Ah ha ha, flimsy diadem desired. How about a nice raincoat? Offer your raincoat. Ciggies? Offer a pack of cigarettes. Ah ha ha, shiny trade. Pleasing hinged open function accept. Give him our Supremas. Glimmer cube craved. Cool, accept. We've got a new hat. We've got a newspaper hat. How are you talking? Not talk, business correspondence. Remember the box of dubbed material, arts, tapes that one of your mother's work friends smuggled in for you when he came to visit in 79? 8-armed man, death first. I can't still recite. I don't remember that at all. You probably blocked out most of your childhood from memories. Good job. You watched Iron Petal so many times. You could recite her lines, practice her moves, cheer her to victory against her enemies, her nemesis, Johnny Chasm. And he sounded like, ah, ha, ha, I do as I do, unthwartable schemes forever. Oh, wow. Indeed. Has a man been here talking about socks? I lost my colleague. Sockman? His ears drop to a 45-degree angle, with his neck as he considers this. Rise again as he decides. Never have I met such a being. Find him, bring him, trade him to me. Okay, worst case scenario, you just trade comatose guy for monkey loot. And fuck off. Must be some sick gadget in that pile. We're not trading, gang, for loot. See you later. Farewell, combatant. Or we battled monkey in economic warfare, chat. Not that I've ever done that in a video game before until today. Have any of you battled monkeys in economic warfare, chat? You flip the shutter lock open, the inside, and slip into Portafiero. Okay, now we found an exit. So that little door now leads there. Hey, the person guarding that thing is gone, but they're also just gone. What's this? ATM? Roomba canned coffee. I think the coffee will help combat delirium. Now, we do have a hat. Yesterday's news is today's headwear. After all, there's nothing more au courant than current events. Smells vaguely of rotting seaweed. We lose 1 to statehood, but we gain +1 doppelgang and 1 to gray matter. Our gray matter's already terrible. Doppelgang would go up slightly, but nah. It's not worth. But we might be able to use it to barter for something else. These discs are a jumble of unheard of artists well picked over for the most popular acts. Too many keyboards. Off-brand drivers, cheap plastic housing. The man gazes down at a crate of cartridge discs, eyes thin, lips drawn. A box of little nemeses. He's outnumbered. Veins rise like old roots beneath his thin skin. Mass product excrement. These animals pleasure themselves in it. He turns to you, shaking his head. Who's pleasuring themselves? Nod politely. Those smears near the optical pickups, that's not damage, it's shame. It oozes out over time. You see this? He kicks the box by his feet. Each one guaranteed for over 10,000 replays. Obscene. No one will ever get it the way he does. This agonizing knowledge does not deter him from trying. We've got a good chance to pull this off, Chatfish. What is this man going on about? Yeah! Chatfish, woo! We did it.